So we have this new interview that was done for Xbox and is on the Xbox website. I'll have the exact link down below in the description for you guys if you want to check it out for yourself. But essentially it's an interview with Jun Song, the new producer of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and the man that, let's be honest, has been behind some of the most fire content I guess we have seen in this game. Like, if you really think about, since this man has taken over, things have been that much better on Xenoverse 2. Have they taken a little bit longer? Yes, but at the same time, it's understandable as to why when we see what DLC 17 is actually bringing to the table. He was also behind the free update that we got back in October, implementing new things, trying stuff that we've wanted for a long time, like custom clothing. Like, the man Jun Song has had a great start as the producer of Xenoverse 2, and again, he is doing did a interview for Xbox, and we're going to take a look at this interview for you guys today. Now, it says, this is from Bandai Namco Entertainment America. These are like the questions that were asked. When did you start planning new chapter Future Saga? It was considered in conjunction with the plan for the major update that was implemented last October to ensure that Xenoverse 2 will continue to be enjoyed for a long time. We added new content and made various modifications in October major update so that all users can enjoy it equally. For similar reasons, we thought it was necessary to provide a fresh and exciting story for users equally by entering a new saga. The message, "Take a Step Towards the Future," expresses that the meaning that with the October update and the upcoming new saga, Xenoverse 2 will break from the past and move on to the next future. Now, that does make sense. I mean, not only, does he want to put his own imprint on Xenoverse 2, but the future of Xenoverse 2 is literally behind this man, Jun Song. Now, he says, what is the concept of the future saga? There are two major points: to settle the battle against Fu and depict the struggle for the future of the world. This concept is also expressed in the name of the DLC. Until now, Fu has conducted experiments out of curiosity, causing trouble for the protagonist and other time patrollers. However, since Fu himself was not doing it out of malice, the protagonist ended up being flabbergasted every time. In Future Saga, however, Fu acts with a clear purpose, and as a result, the battle will develop into a battle for the future of not only the Time Rift, but also the protagonist of the entire world. The Future Saga will be comprised of 4 chapters. Each of them has its own story, but would be most enjoyable to know the story of Fu if you play all the chapters. What will happen to you and Fu as you throw yourself into the battle for the future? We hope you check out chapter 1 of the Future Saga to find out. Now, they asked, who is Fu anyway? And this one isn't nearly as, it doesn't have nearly as much importance. So, we kind of know who Fu is at this point in time if you have been playing the game, which if you're watching this video, you most likely have. So we're going to move forward to the next question. What is the new form of Ultra Super Villain that has been newly introduced? What a question. What is the new form of Ultra Super Villain that has been newly introduced? You didn't have to say newly introduced. Obviously, it's a new form. Anyway, Song says, throughout the Xenoverse series, the villainous mode and supervillain sorceries have been a source of trouble for the protagonist and time patrollers. But in Future Saga, the ultra supervillain sorceries are introduced. While it can provide tremendous energy, it is also very dangerous because its impact on history is so great. But it seems that Fu intends to harness this power. This ultra supervillain will be an important key throughout the saga, so we hope you will pay attention to it. Also, the relationship between Fu and the protagonist is also of great interest. Fu and the protagonist have formed a strange friendship through past incidents, and this saga will focus on the relationship between the two. And then he goes on to say, is there any additional comments? And Song says, Future Saga will tell a story that Dragon Ball fans will be excited about, but this DLC is also designed to be enjoyable for those who have stopped playing after clearing the game. We are also preparing a lot of additional content for the free update, which has already come out, and we do see there is a lot of stuff that will be coming throughout the coming weeks. So we're going to skip that part, but he says the concept of the Xenoverse series, enter the Dragon Ball world yourself, is an important pillar for the Dragon Ball game franchise, so we will continue to work hard on with proper plans for future development. Now, I mean, there's some things here that are definitely very, very interesting. It does seem like this whole Future Saga will finally bring the Fu Saga to an end, but who knows, it could be setting up something even deeper after that at the same time. You know, like, just all the comments that he made are very interesting to me and just shows that Xenoverse 2 is going to be in a good place for quite some time, without a doubt. And to me, I still have that deep hope and belief that at some point in time, Xenoverse 3 will be a thing. When that'll happen, probably very long from now. Probably, I mean, if it were to be a thing, I would say the earliest we would be looking at is like a 2026, late 2026 reveal, and most likely something like 2027 if this game actually does happen, which I still do have full belief in at this point in time. But this future saga right here, again, it just seems to be very deep. I like how they're doing it. There's going to be a lot of content coming out with it. The story of Xenoverse 2 with this is probably the most interesting story that we've ever had in this game, without a doubt, just how Few is doing things. And it still says that the relationship between Few and the protagonist is not like, it's not entirely like Few is our enemy, how it was portrayed in this interview right here. So that is very interesting, and I'm just very curious to see how this future saga does play out, not only in this DLC with the story mode, but the next 3 DLCs as well, because obviously this future saga does have 4 whole DLCs. Now again, to me, this is just shows how much potential Xenoverse 2 does have, and the Xenoverse series does have. Like, this is literally a game that can, you know, have any kind of scenario basically introduced in it, and this future saga right here having its own original scenario that's never been seen before and that has so many chapters kind of proves that, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think about this interview. What were some of the highlights that you took from what the man Song said, and what are some of the favorite things that the man Song has done since he has taken over as producer of Xenoverse 2 in your opinion? Because again, to me, he has done a great job and has had an amazing start to Xenoverse 2 since he had taken over in DLC 16. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. But till next time, my boys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.